नमस्कार मित्रांनो, तुम्ही पाहताय माझे यूट्यूब चॅनल चोरगे सर बायोलॉजी. In the last lecture, we have studied the structure of pollen grain and development of male gametophyte. In this lecture, we will study the next floral wall, next essential floral wall in the flower, which is the female part of the flower, that is nothing but the gynoecium. And gynoecium is also called as a pistil. Let us study in detail gynoecium. Gynoecium, and this gynoecium is also called as a pistil. Gynoecium is the female reproductive floral wall of the flower, and gynoecium is made up of number of carpels. Carpel is the individual member of gynoecium. Carpel is individual member of gynoecium, and carpel is made up of three distinct parts. These are nothing but the stigma. Here it is style and ovary. It is made up of, this is stigma, this one is a style, and this is ovary. If the flower contains many free carpels, if the flower contains many free carpels, then the flower is called as a apocarpus. Apocarpus flower means carpels are free, many carpels, but these are free carpels, called as a apocarpus flower, which is seen in the Michelia. Michelia ह्या प्लांट मध्ये apocarpus. And if the carpels are fused with each other, many carpels, but they fuse to form a single structure, then the carpels are called as a syncarpus. Syncarpus means carpels are fused with each other. Such condition is seen in brinjal, in the hibiscus. Pentacarpellary syncarpus condition is there in the hibiscus. In the brinjal, these carpels are fused, called as a syncarpus. Understood the structure of carpel? It is made up of three elements, three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. Stigma is for the reception of pollen grains. Style is for the projection of the stigma, and ovary contains one or many ovules. Ovary contains one or many ovules. Generally in the paddy, that is rice, paddy, that is rice, wheat, and in the mango, ovary contains a single ovule. In the paddy, in the wheat, and in the mango, the ovary contains single ovule, that is one ovule. Then such ovary is called as a uniovulate. Such ovary is called as a uniovulate. And if the ovary contains many ovules, if the ovary contains many ovules in it, then it is called as a multi-ovulate. It is called as a multi-ovulate. And multi-ovulate type of ovary is seen in the tomato or in the लेडीज फिंगर. टोमॅटो मध्ये आणि भेंडी मध्ये भरपूर सीड्स असतात. दिस सीड्स आर नथिंग बट द ओव्ह्यूल्स. अंडरस्टूड द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ gynoecium. Let us study the structure of anatropous ovule, the very important structure which produces the female gametophyte, that is nothing but the embryo sac. The structure is called as a anatropous ovule. Here I will draw the anatropous ovule here. It is integumented structure, which is the bitegmic. two integuments are there, and here is the main part, that is nothing but the nutritive tissue. Nucellus is here, and this nucellus contains the structure called as embryo sac. This is embryo sac, which is the 7-celled 8 nucleated structure. Here the structure is the anatropous ovule. Here is the placenta where ovule is attached. This is the anatropous ovule. Anatropous ovule. Anatropous ovule means its micropylar end is towards downward, is called as anatropous. If this end micropyle is located above, in this side or above side, then it is called as orthotropous. If the micropylar end is towards the middle side, then it is called as amphitropous. The very popular and structure is called as anatropous ovule. In most of the angiospermic plant, the ovules are in this type, anatropous ovule. Let us study the parts of this anatropous ovule. Here the first part is the placenta. This part is called as a placenta, where ovule is born in the ovary. This part is called as a placenta, where ovule is attached or ovule is born in the ovary. This part is called as a funicle. This part is called as a funicle. Funicle is the stalk of ovule. Ovules are that, funicle is the stalk of ovule. Funicle attaches the main body of ovule to the placenta. Funicle attaches the ovule to the placenta. Next, here it is a hilum. Hilum is the part where main body of ovule get attached to the funicle. Main body of ovule get attached to the funicle. The part is called as a hilum. The ovule is described as a bitegmic, that is having two integuments. This is the outer integument. Outer integument, and this is the inner integument. Integuments are the protective structure. These integuments protects the inner side of the ovule, and these integuments are two, inner integument and outer integument. Hence, the ovule is described as a bitegmic, having two protective coverings. Next to the integument, there is a tissue called as a nucellus. Here is the nucellar tissue. This nucellar tissue is a nutritive in function. Nucellus, it is made up of parenchyma, and nucellus develops or provides the cell to the development of the female gametophyte, that is nothing but the embryo sac. This embryo sac is develops from the tissue of nucellus. And here the very important structure, the two sides of the ovule. This is the micropyle. This end is the micropylar end, and generally this micropylar end is considered as the apex of the ovule. Micropylar end is considered as the apex, as it is a triangular structure, oval but triangular structure. This micropylar end is considered as the apex. Micropylar end, there is a opening where pollen tube enters. From this micropylar opening, pollen tube enters in the ovule for the fertilization, and next or the opposite end of this micropyle is called as a chalaza or the chalazal end. Opposite end of the micropyle is called as the chalaza or the chalazial end. And the very important structure in the ovary, in the ovule develops the female gametophyte, that is nothing but the embryo sac. Here I label the embryo sac. This entire structure, 7-celled 8 nucleated structure, this is nothing but the embryo sac, or which is also called as a female gametophyte. Female gametophyte means female gamete producing structure. This is nothing but the embryo sac. Understood the structure of anatropous ovule? One by one. Placenta structure, where the ovule is attached or ovule is born on the placenta. This structure is a funicle. Funicle is the stalk of ovule. It attaches the main body of ovule with the placenta. Hilum, where main body of ovule get attached to the funicle. The structure is called as a hilum. Next, nucellus, the nutritive parenchymatous tissue inside of the interior of the ovule, and the large bulky portion here in the ovule is made up of nucellus. It is protected by two protective coverings, that is nothing but the outer integument and inner integument. These integuments for the protection, and outer integument leaves a space at the apex of the ovule. This space or the hole is called as a micropyle or the micropylar end. From this micropyle, pollen tube enters at the time of fertilization. The end opposite to the micropyle is called as a chalazial end. And in the center of the nucellus, there is the very important structure, that is nothing but the embryo sac is located. Embryo sac is nothing but the female gametophyte which produces the female gamete cell or called as the egg cell. Understood the structure of anatropous ovule? Let us see the development of this female gametophyte or the embryo sac one by one. The female gametophyte is made up of a single cell. The entire development takes place within the cell. It is started initially one of the nucellus. You have studied the nucellus. One of the nucellar cell modifies to form, here it is MMC, here it is microspore, megaspore mother cell. Megaspore mother cell. One of the nucellar cell get modifies to form MMC. MMC चा लॉन्ग फॉर्म दिलेला आहे मेगास्पोर मदर सेल, which divides meiotically to form megaspore. Here meiosis takes place. Meiosis is a reductional cell division. Meiosis results in the formation of megaspore tetrad. All these cells are haploid structures. Here it is N. This cell is a diploid having 2n chromosome number. Here all these tetrad. Tetrad means this is a linear row of 4 cells. These are called as a megaspore. Megaspore cells. Megaspore mother cell divides meiotically. Meiosis cell division is there to form 4 haploid megaspore cells. Out of these 4 haploid megaspore cells, 3 megaspore cells get degenerate. 3 megaspore cell get degenerate, and 1 megaspore cell, which is usually in the center of the nucellus, remains functional. Remains functional. This is the single megaspore remains functional. This is a megaspore. and megaspore is the first cell of embryo sac. Megaspore is the first cell of embryo sac. From this megaspore, entire embryo sac develops. Understood how megaspore is formed? Initially, the MMC, megaspore mother cell, which is get differentiated from the nucellar tissue, which is diploid in the megaspore mother cell. Meiosis takes place to form 4 haploid megaspore cells. Out of these 4 cells, 3 cells get degenerated, and 1 cell, generally which is located in the center of the nucellus, remains functional and functional as a megaspore cell. Now, this megaspore follows the 3 successive free nuclear cell divisions. Here the first mitosis takes place, free nuclear mitosis, where this nucleus divides to form 2 nucleus mitotically. First mitosis takes place in the megaspore. This nucleus divides to form 2 nucleus. Next, second mitosis occurs in both of these nucleus. These 2 nucleus divides to form total 4 nucleus. And very important, third mitosis, here it is, third mitosis takes place, and third mitosis results in the formation of eight nucleus. Third mitosis results in the formation of 8 nucleus. Understood the free nuclear division? This megaspore undergoes 3 successive free nuclear mitotic divisions. First mitosis results in the formation of 2 nucleus. Second mitosis results in the formation of 4 nucleus, and from these 4 nucleuses in the third mitosis, 8 nucleated structure is formed. 8 nucleated structure, and this 8 nucleated structure get transformed into the megaspore, that is nothing but the embryo sac, which is the female gametophyte. Here is the female gametophyte. Now these nucleus get rearranged and cytokinesis takes place like this. Upper 3 nucleus forms these antipodal cells. One of the nucleus from the upper chalazal pole comes in the center. At the micropyle, 3 cells are differentiated, and from the micropylar end, the 1 nucleus come at the center. This structure is called as an embryo sac. This is the 7-celled 8 nucleated structure. इथं 7 सेल आहेत पण न्यूक्लियस 8 आहेत. Now these are the polar nucleus. Polar nucleus. These 2 cells are synergids. These are synergid. This one and this one is a synergid, and the very important, this is the egg cell, which serves as a female gamete, and these 3 cells are antipodal cells. Antipodal cells. This is the structure of embryo sac. This is nothing but the female gametophyte. This is the embryo sac. Embryo sac is nothing but the female gametophyte. This is the 7-celled 8 nucleated structure. 7 cells आहेत इथं एक मोठी cell आहे. This entire structure is the cell, and this cell contains 2 nucleus. Polar nucleus is diploid 2n. This haploid and this haploid, this nucleus get fused to form diploid polar nucleus. At the chalazal end, there are haploid 3 haploid antipodal cells. At the micropylar end, 2 synergids. This one and this one. These 2 are synergids. These synergids contains hair-like structure which forms the filiform apparatus which attracts the pollen tube for the fertilization. This forms the filiform apparatus of synergids. These synergids are haploid, and the very important structure here, it is the egg cell. Egg cell is haploid. Egg cell serves as a female gamete. This is the development of female gametophyte, that is nothing but the embryo sac. Understood the entire development. Where it is started? It is started from the megaspore mother cell developed from the nucellus. From this diploid megaspore mother cell follows the meiosis to form linear tetrad of megaspore cells. The three out of these four megaspores, three get degenerate, and generally the central cell to the nucellus remains functional, which is the functional megaspore. This megaspore follows three successive free nuclear divisions. First mitosis takes place to form 2 nucleus, second mitosis takes place to form 4 nucleus, third mitosis takes place to form 8 nucleus at the respective poles, and these nucleus get rearranged to form the cellular structure. One nucleus from the chalazial end and one nucleus from the micropylar end comes at the center to form polar nucleus. The 3 nucleus at the chalazial end forms the antipodal cells, and 3 nucleus at the micropylar end forms 2 synergids and 1 female gamete, that is the egg cell. This is the entire structure of female gametophyte, also called as a embryo sac. Understood? This embryo sac is described by 2 words. These 2 words are here monosporic, and second one is the endosporic. Now what is the meaning of monosporic? Monosporic means this entire embryo sac is formed from the single megaspore. या एका मेगास्पोर पासून तयार झाले from the single megaspore. Hence this embryo sac is described as a monosporic. Mono means one. The entire development of the embryo sac takes place from this single megaspore. Hence it is called as a monosporic. And the second word which describes the embryo sac as a endosporic. Endosporic means, endo means inside, within the megaspore. These all cells are formed, or all this development is occur within the single megaspore. Hence it is called as a endosporic. Understood the structure of female gametophyte? थँक यू. जर काही तुम्हाला शंका असतील तर तुम्ही कमेंट बॉक्स मध्ये कमेंट करू शकता. थँक यू.